who's a journalist based in Madrid. Time now for the business with Brian.
Rachel, thank you. Savills is bringing to market a prime Dublin city centre office block with a guide price of €50 million. Cumberland House is situated on Fenian Street, just off Westland Row in Dublin too. Mark Reynolds, a director at Savills, is here. And Mark, this is quite an old building, but there's expected to be a lot of interest for a number of reasons.
There is. It's very unusual that it actually has a full grant of planning permission for over 300,000 square foot in a very, very prime location just off Merrion Square. It's the largest site of its nature that's come on the market in this cycle. And the fact that it has that grant of planning permission, I suppose, makes it very unusual, because a lot of the sites in the surrounding area are only in the process of trying to secure permissions at the moment.
Another reason is that there's been precious little office development opportunities have come on the market in recent years. Why aren't we seeing more cranes on the skyline in Dublin?
I suppose it's been really over in the last 12 or 18 months that we've seen that strong occupier demand coming through. As a result of that demand, we're seeing rents rise by 30%, so we've seen the viability returning for new office developments. And we've also seen very, very strong take-up, the highest we've seen in the last 6 months, in the last 6 years.
One thing that will hopefully cure that thirst for demand is NAMA's special development zone. When might we see work start there?
I think the big focus, the STZ has only recently been adopted, but a huge amount of the landowners, including NAMA, are in the process of trying to make applications for new schemes. So I'd imagine between November, December and January of next year, you'll see a lot of applications coming through. And obviously through that fast-track nature of the STZ, you'll start seeing cranes, as you say, on the skyline probably over the next 6 to 9 months.
Now, the increase in rents that you mentioned, it must be driving people out of the city to look for properties to satisfy their office needs, or is it a case of we'll only take the city centre?
To be fair, a lot of that increase has been very much seen at the prime end of the market, but as a result of that lack of quality space, like we've only about 3% vacancy rates in D2 at the moment, it is pushing occupiers to look at suburban locations. So examples would be Cherrywood Business Park, for instance, that's seen a lot of interest and rents rising over the last 12 months. Sandyford, Carrickmines, places like that.
Just get a quick word from you, Mark, about the central bank restrictions on lending that were introduced yesterday, the view of an estate agent on that.
Listen, I can understand where the central bank is coming from. They're obviously trying to look at ways to stabilise that house price inflation. But the reality here, and we can't get away from it, is the issue is just lack of new stock coming into the market, lack of construction of housing in Dublin. That's the real issue, and that's where we need to focus.
Mark Reynolds of Savills, thank you very much indeed. Finally, currencies, the euro is at around $1.26.3 and just over 78.5 pence sterling.
Go to Met Heron. John Eagleton, good morning.
Good morning, Cahill. Well,